Welcome to BRAIN Biotech's Capital Markets Day 2021. My name is Adriaan Moelker and I'm the CEO of the company. I'm totally excited about the prospect of BEC, Brain Engineered Cas, and today I'd like to convince you of the same. Why I think it has transformational power, I will explain in more detail later. But BRAIN Biotech AG has many things in its pipeline, in its incubator, and Brain Engineered Cas is one of them. But it's the one incubator program that I believe can totally transform the company. I will tell you why later. To Brain Engineered Cas. This goes back to CRISPR-Cas invention about a decade ago. The whole biotech industry was really excited and is still excited about the prospects of CRISPR-Cas. And that's why Brain tried to develop this technology or a similar technology in its own special way. And that's where Brain Engineered Cas came from. When I was introduced to the concept, I thought this was great. And I immediately saw the transformational powers of that program. Now, let me take you through the incubator of Brain first, and then explain how BEC will be transformative to our company. So let me take you through the Brain Biotech Incubator and only focus on the larger programs in there, because there's many more in there. These are the incubator programs that will be the future growth champions. I'll take you through them one by one in a very brief way. First, Orase through a company called SolusCure. We have invented Orase, an enzyme cleaning solution for wounds. So the wounds can be cleaned by the enzyme Orase. We've spun that out in a company called SolusCure to commercialize this enzyme. Totally exciting concept for a problem that is very, very big in the world, wound cleaning. Next, Prazein. This is a protein that can replace sugar in fizzy drinks. We're going to commercialize that with our partner, Rocket. Jointly with our partner, we work with fast-moving consumer goods companies in this space, and we're totally excited about actually reducing the sugar load in fizzy drinks. I'm going to skip Brain Engineered Cas because we're going to talk about that much more later, and focus on natural fermented beverages too, another program into food ingredients where we're going to work with an ingredient in fizzy drinks with a partner that I cannot disclose, but again, something to make a step change in food ingredients. Finally, PHA121. This is a bioactive ingredient that we've developed with Favaris, our partner. This is an invention coming out of our daughter company, Analyticon Discovery, and where PHA121 will be treating the disease hereditary angioedema. This is an orphan disease, but still a very important disease. And we're confident that that molecule will be able to help many in the hereditary angioedema space. Then on to Brain Engineered Cas, the real topic of today. So how will Brain Engineered Cas change our lives? How will genome editing change our lives, your lives? There's many different ways in which it can and will change our lives in the years and decades to come. Talk about pharma, diagnostics, alternative proteins, food ingredients, biological production, agriculture. All of these fields will be affected in the next years and decades. Brain will work on most of these topics, and not all in the same intensity, of course, but will work and assess all of these areas. It is clear that we will differentiate from competition, from other technologies in different ways, and we will select those niches where we will be more efficient than others. But clearly on pharma, diagnostics, and all these other fields, we're going to have programs to assess the technology and find those partners that will help us be successful. Back to Brain Biotech AG and how we're on a journey from the past to the future. First, the name, Brain Biotech AG. I've explained in previous sessions how and why we've changed the name to Brain Biotech AG. We think it's more fitting our vision, and we think it's easier for everyone to understand what we're doing. Brain Biotech, that's what we do. Second, we came from a history of pioneering bioproducts, but we're going to a future of creating a bio-based future. So instead of just pioneering products, we create a future with our customers, with our partners, for our company, and for society. And that totally excites us. I mean, we create bio-based future by enabling key technologies, developing novel enzymes, innovating in food, transforming production processes, and other things. So that whole journey is an important one that we're on and that we totally believe in. BEC has true transformational potential. And to explain that transformational potential and the size of the potential, I'm going to take you through this slide. So what you see here is the economic potential on the bottom. It goes from good, so everything essentially that we do is good, to transformational, really, really massive. The readiness level on the left, you see from where we are today to where we need more work. Clearly, on the bottom left, TMS with freedom to operate, tailor-made solutions with freedom to operate is what we can do today. We can actually do CRISPR type work for customers, optimizing their strains and actually getting technology access fees, service fees for that. We can do it, we are doing it, and it will be important for us to do in the future. A little bit bigger, but a little more difficult, is actually improving our internally optimized producer strains. These are strains that we use ourselves and that we optimize with our own tools. Again, more economic potential, slightly more difficult to do, but we will be doing it. The third level is to do the same essentially as the previous box, but then do it for customers in their systems. So we're also going to do that. Next is the agriculture step, is working with a partner that we've identified today already to do work in the agriculture space. We're going to get milestones, we're going to get cross licenses in that exclusive partnership, and we will be looking to monetize our investment there. And the biggest transformational power could be in the top level IP holding situation, where we're licensing to the healthcare and to industry. We would get technology access fees, licenses, and potentially royalties from that. Needless to say that the further we go up, the more difficult it will be. Later on in these presentations, you will see Lucas Linnig, my CFO, explaining exactly how we intend to do all of these things in all of these boxes. With regard to genome editing, ethics are very, very important. Integrity and compliance are absolutely key to BRAIN Biotech and to my values. So we want to get it right. The guiding principle we're using, as we will not judge the technology necessarily, but we will focus on the products we can create. Having said that, we're very aware that we need an ethics codex, and for the BEC technology, we're going to define areas and limits where we will deploy the technology. Again, integrity and compliance being so important, we need to have several things in mind. First, we will follow all legal requirements. Second, we will do profound testing and research, logical for a company like BRAIN Biotech. We will keep an active stakeholder dialogue, very, very important. What should we focus on and why are we focusing on it? We will educate society on the pros and cons, play an active role through investor relations. We'll stay on top of the public debate with regard to the ethics, and we will develop, as I said, our own ethics codex, all key in developing this technology and actually playing the right role in society. Now let me introduce the team that's going to take this transformational power to the market. And transformational power, I say that for a reason, because I believe this initiative, BEC, can be so big and can be so exciting that it can really transform BRAIN Biotech AG and everything we do. First, you're going to hear Michel Kroon, my head of R&D, who totally surprised me when he introduced this concept to me last year, and he excited me about the BEC opportunity. Next, you're going to see Paul Scholz, who's actually the program leader and the inventor, if you like, of many of the things that we're talking about today. And thirdly, my finance director or CFO, Lucas Linnig, who is going to take more of a commercial lead into developing this concept and finding a way to monetize this. Because the monetization and the commercialization is going to be critical in the impact that we can achieve with BEC. I'm convinced about the transformational powers of BEC. I hope I've been able to convince you of the same.